He elected to get off 2 stops before me, as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker. Okay, that's right.
Last week, I back to Central Masra and often Holland. We set together for the length of the trip. We chatted about our family and the
Latest
even in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me, and he needed to buy a new lock for him.
His gym lock. Yeah. He needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker. Last week, while riding a bus at Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. Go ahead.
Last week, while leading a bus to Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our families and the latest event in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me, as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Right, very good. Buy a new lock for his gym locker. It's almost as if J-I-M, gym locker, gym locker. And the latest, latest events in our lives. Latest events in our lives. Go ahead.
Last week, while riding a bus to the Central Mesa and all friends boarded, we sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our family and the latest event in our lives. It was good to chat up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me, as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Yeah, right, very good. He elected to get off 2 stops before me, as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker. Chatted about our families and the latest events. Don't forget to finish the last letter of the words. My family, our families. Just a little, it's just a little bit of a, but it changes from family, 1, to families, more than 1. Families. Events, 1 event, many events. Events. Okay, go ahead.
Last week, when
Boarded. Oh, while riding. While riding.
a bus to Central
Mesa.
An old friend
Boarded.
We sat
Together.
for the rest of the
Trip.
We starting about our family and the latest
latest events
event in our life. It was good to
catch up
catch
up
up with him. He
elected
to get off to stop
before
me as he needed to buy a new
lock
a new lock for him.
Jim locker. Yeah, he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker. Okay, go ahead.
Last week, while reading about two Central Mesa and old friends birthday, we sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our families and the latest event in our life. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Right, very good. To get off 2 stops before me because he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker. Last week while riding a bus to Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. Go ahead.
Last week, while riding a bus to Central Mesa, an old friend Bonnie, we sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our families and the latest event in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me as he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Right. For his gym locker. Really good. Right. Last week while riding, while riding to Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. We chat about our families and the latest events in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off 2 stops before me as he needed to buy a lock for his gym locker. Go ahead.
Last week, while riding a bus to Central Mesa, an old friend Bobby, he sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our families and the latest event in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off to stop before me and he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Very good. Very good. We chatted about our families, like the hour on the clock, same pronunciation, our families and the latest events in our lives. Okay, go ahead.
Last week while reading riding a bus stop, a bus to Central Mesa, and old friend Morris. We sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our family and the latest event in our life. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get for to stop before Misa needed to buy a new block for his gym brother.
Right, very good. Last week while riding a bus to Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. Okay.
Last week, while riding the bus to Central Mesa, an old friend boarded. We sat together for the rest of the trip. We chatted about our families and the latest events in our lives. It was good to catch up with him. He elected to get off 2 stops before me, and he needed to buy a new lock for his gym locker.
Right, very good, very good. Last week while riding a bus, I was on the bus, on the number 6 bus, sitting there, not bothering anybody, not bothering you, not bothering, just sitting. And then an old friend, oh wow, boarded the bus. Oh, and I greeted him. Oh, over here. How are you, Charlie? I haven't seen you in, what, 6, 8 weeks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's up? What's going on? He boarded. He got on the bus. He boarded the train. He boarded, in this case, the bus. Boarded. We sat together. And right beside him. Boom. Sit here. Empty seat. No problem. We sat together for the rest of the trip to Central Mesa. Mesa, the city, the edges of the city, edge of the city, but the bus was going to Central Mesa, the middle, right in the heart of Mesa, Arizona, right to the middle of town. The rest of it, we chatted, we talked, we had a conversation back and forth and back and forth. And what did you talk about? Oh, we talked about our families. Oh, my cousin's getting married next week in New York City. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, and my cousin's going to Bangkok, Thailand next week. Bangkok, Thailand? You gotta be kidding. No, really. Whoa. So we chatted about our families and the latest events. What has happened in the last week or so, or 2 weeks or whatever. What big news do you have? Yeah, my cousin's going to teach in Bangkok, and my nephew's getting married, and everything, and and my uncle got a new job with all the latest events. What has happened recently with your family, with you, whatever, what happens to be. We're chatting on the bus as we go to Central Mesa. And I thought to myself, oh, you know, it's really good to catch up with him. What does that mean? Good to catch up with him.
To meet with him in the bus, it was very good for me because I talked to him for a long time.
Well, right. Well, what to catch up means for someone you haven't seen for, let's say, 6 months, then you meet like we did on the bus. And then to catch up means to become current, to be coming right up to the minute about what has happened to him, and you tell him what has happened to you. We were able to catch up with each other. Instead of just having news that was 6 months old because that's the last time we met, now we are able to catch up with one another and bring each of us up to date to the moment about what's happening with Charlie and what's happening with me. We were able to catch up with him.
Catch up with him, it's been 2 people enjoy.
Yeah, two people enjoy it. They enjoy the company, yes, in the sense that they are able to now know everything that is happening